Okay, let's just jump right in because we're going to tackle a pretty wild question today. Can that vacation you've been dreaming of actually help save the planet? It sounds a little nuts, right? But Thailand is trying something that could totally flip the script on how we think about travel. So first things first, let's get some perspective on the problem. See that number? 8%. That's how much of the world's entire carbon emissions comes from tourism. Every flight, every hotel room, every trip to the beach, it all adds up to a pretty massive environmental price tag. But here's the twist. What if we could take that entire equation and just flip it on its head? What if your trip could actually do more good than harm? That's the big idea we're digging into. A move away from travel that takes and towards travel that actually gives back. All right, so first up, travel's environmental price tag. To really get why the solution is so cool, you first have to understand the hidden cost of our urge to explore. You know, it's a tough pill to swallow, isn't it? We love seeing the world's most beautiful spots, but the very act of getting there contributes to climate change, it drains local resources like water and power, and it creates pollution. That's the big knot we need to untangle. So how do we start untangling it? Well, that brings us to the core of this whole thing, a really revolutionary idea called the carbon credit stay. So what exactly is a carbon credit stay? Think of it this way. It changes a hotel from just being a building you sleep in to an active partner in healing the environment. The whole idea is that your stay directly supports a hotel that's not just talking green, but is actively working to slash its carbon footprint. Okay, so how does this work in the real world? It's basically a three-step dance. 1. Eco-hotels make real changes to cut down on their energy, water, and waste. 2. Those measurable savings get converted into something called a carbon credit. It's like a certificate that proves 1 ton of carbon was stopped from polluting the atmosphere. And 3, the really clever part, those credits can then be securely sold, creating a real financial incentive for hotels to go green. Now, I know what you might be thinking. That sounds great, but how do we know it's legit? And that's where technology becomes the secret sauce. This isn't based on promises, it's all based on cold, hard data. This is the million-dollar question for any eco program, right? I mean, without trust and transparency, the whole system just falls apart. So how do you prove a hotel is actually saving the carbon it says it is?
And this just shows you what a huge leap forward we're talking about. The old way of doing this was all manual reports, a ton of guesswork, and honestly not a whole lot of trust. The new way? It's all about cutting-edge tech, AI monitoring everything in real time, blockchain making it secure, and creating full transparency.
Let's break that down. First, there's an AI system called Echo Monitor Accounting. Just think of it like a fitness tracker for the hotel. It uses smart cameras to keep an eye on resource use 24/7. Then comes blockchain, which is basically a super secure, tamper-proof digital receipt. It guarantees every single credit is real and accounted for. So no more guesswork and no more greenwashing. And hey, this isn't just a theory. This is already happening. Get this, 280 hotels in Thailand have already used this exact AI system to generate over 36,000 carbon credits. It's delivering real, measurable results as we speak.
So where is all this cool stuff happening? Well, the initiative is being tested in several ecotourism labs across Thailand.
First up is Chiang Mai, up in the north. Here, the focus is on a deeper, more sustainable kind of tourism. It's home to ethical places like the Happy Elephant Sanctuary, which is all about animal welfare, not just tourist shows. And critically, they make sure to hire local staff, so the benefits stay right in the community. It's a great model for how tourism can protect, not just profit. Then you've got Phuket. It's acting as the main testing ground for these carbon credit trials. But what's really interesting here is how they get travelers like you and me involved. You can join in on beach cleanups and other green activities, turning your vacation into a chance to learn and take action. The goal is to make sustainability a core part of the culture.
And finally, there's Koh Samui, which has the most ambitious goal of them all. It's the pilot project for an entire island-wide carbon trading system. The goal is huge, to become a certified green zone by 2030, proving that you can have a thriving tourist economy that also protects its natural treasures.
Of course, an idea this revolutionary doesn't just happen overnight. It's not going to be a walk in the park. So let's look at what's on the road ahead. There are definitely hurdles. The rules for this stuff are still being written, and most of us travelers don't even know this is an option yet. And they need more hotels to get on board. But on the flip side, the opportunities are massive.
By cracking this code, Thailand could become the global leader in green travel, empower a new generation of conscious tourists, and create a whole new market for travel that actually does good.
This quote from the research really just says it all. Thailand can be a great example of tourism that helps the Earth, where every person who visits helps keep the environment safe instead of hurting it. Think about that. It's not just about doing less harm, it's about making every visitor a part of the solution. And that leaves us with a pretty powerful question. For decades, we've measured our travels in miles and passport stamps, but this idea from Thailand suggests a totally different way of thinking. Maybe the future of a great vacation won't be about how far we go, but about the positive impact we leave behind.